The University of Maine Climate Reanalyzer is now providing more regionally detailed sea surface temperature data. In this video, I will show how this regional data can be used to identify the potential for dangerous tropical storms and hurricanes. Until recently, the University of Maine Climate Reanalyzer included only sea surface temperature data for the entire planet except for the polar regions, as shown in this chart, and separately for the North Atlantic Ocean. As we can see in this chart, the 2024 global average sea surface temperature started out well in record territory, but as the effect of the last El Niño faded, the average planet-wide sea surface temperature began to cool slightly, dropping a bit below the record sea surface temperatures of 2023 during the Northern Hemisphere 2024 summer months. Until recently, the only other sea surface data provided by the University of Maine Climate Reanalyzer was the average sea surface temperature for the North Atlantic, defined as the region bounded by the equator and 60 degrees north latitude and 0 degrees to 80 degrees west longitude, which is shown in this chart. In this region, sea surface temperature for 2024 also started out in record territory, but dipped below the record 2023 values during the Northern Hemisphere summer months. However, there is some indication that 2024 sea surface temperatures may be entering record territory once again. In addition to the global average sea surface temperature and the North Atlantic average sea surface temperature data, the Climate Reanalyzer now is providing data for 5 smaller sea surface regions, which are shown in these figures. They include the subpolar North Atlantic region, shown in the upper left image, the Gulf of Maine region, shown in the upper center image, the Atlantic Hurricane Main Development region, shown in the upper right image, the Gulf of Mexico region, shown in the lower left image, and the Niño 3.4 region of the Pacific Ocean, shown in the lower right image. The scale at the bottom shows the colors used to represent sea surface temperature. In this video, we shall be concerned primarily with temperature changes in the latter 3 regions. This chart shows the average sea surface temperatures for the Atlantic Hurricane Main Development region, bounded by 10 degrees and 20 degrees north latitude and 20 degrees and 85 degrees west longitude. As we can see from the chart, the 2024 average sea surface temperature in this region, where major hurricanes often develop, has moved into record territory. The primary takeaway from this observation is that the 2024 hurricane season is likely to be characterized by wetter and more intense hurricanes and possibly a larger number of hurricanes. Not all North Atlantic hurricanes track into the Gulf of Mexico, but the data shown in this chart shows that the sea surface temperatures in this region are also now in record territory, which implies that the 2024 hurricanes that track into the Gulf of Mexico are likely to intensify very rapidly, and they are likely to be very wet storms, with very high coastal storm surges, damaging winds, and very heavy rainfall as they move inland from the coastal areas. Hurricane Helene, which occurred as I was preparing this video, followed this pattern. This chart shows sea surface temperatures in the Niño 3.4 equatorial region of the Pacific Ocean. Climate scientists monitor sea surface temperatures in this region to predict the development of El Niño or La Niña weather patterns. We know that a relatively strong El Niño weather pattern developed in the last half of 2023 and continued into the first 4 months of 2024. However, since the end of April 2024, sea surface temperatures have been cooling rapidly, which is a good indication that a La Niña weather pattern is developing for the rest of 2024 and into 2025. La Niña weather patterns generally produce warmer temperatures in the southern part of the United States. They also tend to increase the frequency and intensity of hurricanes in the North Atlantic. So this is further evidence that the 2024 hurricane season is likely to produce some very dangerous storms. 2023 was the warmest year that the Earth has experienced since the start of the Industrial Revolution, and it looks likely that 2024 will be at least as warm. The oceans have continued to absorb a significant fraction of this additional heat, leading to very warm sea surface temperatures. However, this warming has not been geographically uniform. The interaction between the effects of climate change and long-term weather phenomena, such as the La Niñas, has produced regional variations in sea surface temperature, leading to very warm surface temperatures in the region where North Atlantic hurricanes form, and in the Gulf of Mexico, where many of the North Atlantic hurricanes eventually track, contributing significantly to the dangers that these hurricanes pose. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments section of the video. I will do my best to respond, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button.